What's going on, y'all? So we are back for another episode review of Real Housewives of Potomac Season 3, Episode 2. And it is called Meet the Press. So we get Monique and Karen meeting up. Monique is complaining about how tired she is of moving, and she hasn't had a real break yet. And from what I see everybody else putting her shit together. But okay, girl, you know, moving can be stressful. Karen comes over. She got a new $100,000 car, okay? And Monique is taken aback, like, wait a minute, bitch. I thought y'all had tax problems. And my man owed all these millions of dollars. I would not be buying a new car in the midst of this whole struggle. And to be quite honest, I mean, given what Karen has said about, having her own bank account and she's not the one in debt, I can get it. You can buy whatever the fuck it is that you want to buy. But I feel as though Karen doing this to trying to put it out there that bitch, I'm not broke. I'm not the one that's going through the issues. It's my husband. It ain't me. Shit like that. It's like she's all about image, okay? Image and social status. That's what she's about. And it's not really doing her a good service in a sense because people know that you are trying to hide and make up and make it seem like you got this and got that. And at the end of the day, also on the other hand, she can do whatever the fuck she want to do. But I just wouldn't be doing it either. But hey, that's just me. But if she want to do it, she can do it. She got out that car in that little tracksuit, cat suit. I said, bitch, Karen look good up in that shit. It's like I like the simple Karen, not with so much hair. The bone straight hair is real nice on her. The makeup is not so much. It's almost a natural like tone. And she's just real simple with it. So she looks really, really nice. I can't complain about that. So, her and Monique talking about the whole thing that's going on with the money. And Monique once again said, I just need to know, how is it that you did not know? She was like, me and him don't have no joint account. And, they just talking about how each of them run their households differently. Like Monique said, he's the breadwinner and she's the manager. And, that's when it came up about she don't have a joint account with Ray, Karen. And Monique looked at it as, wait a minute, so you don't trust him or he don't trust you? What is that going on? And to be quite honest, I see absolutely nothing wrong with Karen having her own them separate accounts, especially in a situation like this. Because if you look at it, if she's telling the truth about the fact that it's not on her, that saved her from personal debt, okay? I don't see the issue with having, getting into a relationship, getting married, and still having separate accounts. That saves a lot of fucking heartache and a lot of trouble because people get into arguments over fucking money and shit. Y'all seen fucking Soul Food when Miles took that $5,000 out the goddamn joint account without telling Terry, okay? That leads to issues, okay? But she was very basically saying the same thing that she told Robin, and of course she told Monique how she was pissed off that Robin came at her like an attack dog, and Robin is a bully and all this shit. Robin ain't no bully. Robin just blunt with the shit, okay? She just don't beat around the bush with shit like everybody else does. That's what it is. So if that makes her a bully, oh the fuck well. Karen, like she said and like I said, I feel like, I can see how Karen feels as though, Robin betrayed her trust by telling the girls or discussing her business with the other girls. But also on the flip side, Robin didn't tell her nothing that wasn't already tell them nothing that was already out there in the Wall Street Journal or the Washington Post. It wasn't nothing different. Okay, so calm down. Meanwhile, Robin and Giselle meeting up. Giselle goes out there to Robin house complaining how far it is. And, they're about to move to a bigger townhouse in the same subdivision or gated community that they're in. And I see nothing wrong with that. Okay, they got the coins for right now, and if they feel like it's secure enough to get that, go ahead and get that. Even though I do kind of feel like they could probably wait a little bit and make sure that, Juan is going to keep this job for the long run. But if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. And, they started talking about the whole thing with the Karen situation and how, Giselle don't believe the shit, that nobody really believe what Karen is saying. And to be quite honest, At this point, why do they care so much? Okay, and I get it. You don't want nobody lying to your ass, but if you know how she is, why y'all making it a big deal? Just move the fuck on, and making fun of her little taglines. When Giselle said, "Bitch, how you gonna say you gotta owe millions? You gotta have millions to owe millions when bitch you owe millions and you ain't got millions." That shit made me pause. Like, well, they just a mess. I said, y'all really friends? Not really. So Giselle goes on this little picnic date, on this little vineyard with Sherman, right? She got a limo pulling up, Sherman getting up in the car. He said, back in the day you did say you was a lot to handle, and guess what? You a lot to handle. Okay, they having fun and all this shit. And of course, I don't know, maybe it's the atmosphere, maybe she really liked the dude. She's saying that after all the stuff that she's been through with her relationships and going through a lot of green men and the ex marriage and how that put her through things. Sherman was the only one that came through and knocked down her walls. And she said all her walls. I said, you know what? To be quite honest, Sherman ain't really a looker, but he ain't all that ugly or nothing like that. So I ain't gonna call him that. But they say about some of them, average dark skinned dudes, they probably got a dumb dick on them. Okay, excuse my language. And he do look like he probably be dicking the fuck down on Giselle, okay, and probably everybody else that he be fucking with. He probably do tear her shit up. And it was like, you ready to move in with a man or something like that? That's gonna be a big household. He got 3 kids, she got 3 kids. I said, oh, give it a little bit more time, okay? Don't rush it. But she said, come on, let me do something to you right here in this vineyard. I said, well, shit, bitch, put the cameras down and get to it. Some people, I know somebody gonna find offense to that, that they went up in there and they did. Bitch, it's fun, okay? Have some adventure, be spontaneous and shit. Put that shit on your bucket list, all right? Have you ever had sex outdoors? Bitch, you gotta be, that shit probably a fucking rush or whatever. Nut her off and everything. She said she gonna twerk on it. Okay, bitch. He couldn't barely get up because his knees was already hurting, so I don't know how much twerking she was gonna do. But anyway, back in Potomac, Ashley's having her little restaurant. The restaurant is actually, first of all, we see this little scene earlier between Ashley and Michael. They seem like everything is going okay. They playing in the morning, making up the beds. All right, that's cute. But at the restaurant, we saw last year when they first had the restaurant opening, it was not doing too well. And to be quite honest, that is how a lot of restaurants that don't have that much publicity around it, or it's not a famous person that's opening it, or just a regular Joe. Most of them do open up and they have a slow time getting people the momentum to build up or whatever. And that's why they say the restaurant business is one of the most trickiest business and hardest business to succeed in, because most of them bitches fail in the first year. The majority of them fell in the first year. So yeah, it's not surprising that the restaurant didn't do as well when it first opened up. You have to give it time, and obviously, I guess from the press from the show, it being on the show and all that stuff, I don't know. And word of mouth, the shit look like it's booming. Okay, it looks 100 times better than what it did last year. Cause last year it literally was a dust storm. It was like desert, tumbleweeds going through that thing. Okay, it looked like the Australian outback, nowhere to be seen. Okay, for miles, bitch. But it was actually full. People was getting their stuff, and the chef was like, "Look, we got 100 to 150 things, places and stuff coming in today." Ashley's having her little bliss brunch, which is a bunch of socialites and women who do a lot of work, whatever, different fields of work, coming together that they do each and every month. And it's almost like a marketing, networking type of thing. And it kind of reminded me of if you're in a sorority or whatever, and then the sororities get together later on and they do that networking, the alumni, and they help each other out type of thing. To me, it just looked like some bougie bitches getting together. But, to be quite honest, that's just me. But it also do look like it's probably good for networking, because we seen a girl talking to Monique about what she do and, catering for clothes for bigger people or big men, and putting them here and putting them there and all that stuff. That was cool. That was cool. Then we get introduced to the new cast member, Candace. Candace knew Ashley back in the day from the pageant world. She won Miss DC. Candace went on ahead and won Miss USA, and they just been cool ever since. Candace showed up. Oh my God, girl, how are you doing? Oh, Moni, Oh my God. She was like, you have a familiar face. I know, like that's what people always say. Like, oh my God. She was like, okay, well, she's married to Chris Samuel. Guess what? My fiance is Chris. Yes, bitch, I got engaged since the last time we met. I was like, oh, okay. She's gonna be something, all right? And then next thing you know, Candace and Monique is talking, and they just like, look, girl, so I did this and I did that. So how did you meet your husband? Like we was friends for like 3 to 4 years before we actually did anything. Oh my God, it's just like me and mine. Okay, like listen, I went to Howard, my sister went to Howard. Okay, and I sing, bitch, I rap. We can get up on the song together. I was sitting here like, now see, I like Monique. But bitch, Candace and Monique together, that's gonna be a fucking lie. I was actually sitting there looking at them the whole time like, whew, okay. You know, she said they sound like a bunch of chihuahuas together. And they do, but at least when they came off, they wasn't really, coming off with shade and all that stuff. Even though Monique did throw out there, let me tell you something. It's a bunch of fake proper bitches up in here. A bunch of fake proper bitches in this group, okay? But including me. And I said, yeah, put yourself in there. And then, Candace was like, you know what it is? It's called code switching. You gotta know when to turn that shit on and when to turn that shit off. When Candace brought up code switching, bitch, I was waiting for her to lose that Valley Girl accent and to be like, bitch, it's called code switching, my nigga. Put this shit on, put that shit on, and you know how to turn it off. Okay, and then you turn that shit on and you be like, oh my God, and then you take that shit off and you be like, what's up, my G? I was waiting for her to do that shit, but she kept it cool. Ashley sitting there like she ain't know what the fuck that meant, but okay. Karen, comes up because Monique was telling Ashley what was going on with Karen after she sat there with her, and she said Karen drank a whole bottle of wine, she drank half a bottle of wine, and guess the fuck what? Karen is Karen good, because Karen came through with a car that looked like it cost more than $100,000. And here go Ashley, well shit, bitch. If my man owed $3 million. Now see, Ed News said five, Monique said four, Ashley said three. Everybody just keep going down and up and on this number, okay? Let's just say he owes some money. I wouldn't be putting on buying this stuff out there. She's so fake as fuck. Bitch, when Ashley said, I want Karen back, okay? I want Karen back. Karen was fun, okay? I don't need Karen. Karen is fake as shit, alright? I said, bitch. Girl, you better calm down. Because they going to get your ass at the reunion. So Robin is getting ready to move. She got movers coming in, and she's just thinking, damn, the one thing that she missed about being an NBA wife is that you could hire spend thousands of dollars to hire people to move all of your shit, okay? And go buy shit that you need or whatever. But now they got to do it on their own. And at first I was like, y'all literally just moving down the block. Why y'all need all this shit? But I said, think about it, Ashley. Multiple trips. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Throw all that shit in one truck and go down the block and then come back and get the rest in like 2 trips and we done, okay? So, they doing what they gotta do. And then here go Karen. Karen is out here um calling up everybody and saying that she want to have a press conference because she's upset at the way that things have been going with the girls and the girls telling her business and things of that stuff. And I'm like, they're not really telling your business or discussing. I mean, come on, let's be honest. We have to be honest with ourselves. So we can say that Karen has a right to feel as though they shouldn't be discussing this and shouldn't be discussing that, but that's exactly what they do. They do that. And then you ain't never discussed your friend business when you found out some fucking drama shit. You lying. Okay, you can hit up another friend. Some of us probably don't do that shit like that often, and we probably learn from it. But you've done it once or twice in your life, okay? And especially when shit hit the blogs, bitch. Me and my friends be like, girl, did you see this shit? Did you see this? Did you see that? Of course you're gonna talk about it amongst each other. I mean, come on, Karen, it was in the fucking news. So you think they're not gonna say anything? That is unrealistic of you to think that. And I get it that you would want rather them come to you first, but you already should know that that ain't gonna happen. Because you wouldn't have came to them first. Y'all would have been discussing their business amongst each other too. And she talking about Giselle really ain't her friend like that no more, even though she known her for 12 years and that whole thing. And she want to have this press conference. Girl, you already know what's up. Okay, Robin told you that they already discussed it. So you ain't got to see who fake, who phony, who this, who that. It is what it is, girl. And let me get on this comment that Robin said, she was talking about their relationship, her and Juan, and how they've been through a lot of things. And then she said, unlike the things like Ashley said, she don't understand what it's like because her husband is already rich, and that's why she's in the predicament that she's in, and she don't know what it's like to be with a man and to build up a man and to do this and to do that. So that I said, wait a minute, bitch. Now, and I was like, hold up. Robin will use any type of excuse to justify the reason why she's still staying with Juan. Okay, and I'm finna get on this, and I'm probably get some people that disagree with me, but I'm not about to get into a relationship with somebody that I have to build up. And the way that she made it sound was like she has to build, make him into the man that he needs to be for her, okay, or need to be, period. I'm not finna get into no relationship where I have to make somebody into what they need to be. You should be making yourself into that, okay? You are making somebody be what they need to be for you, and that's not how shit should go, okay? That if they need to change some things, they should want to change that shit on their own, okay? You shouldn't have to put in the work to build them up to do this and to do that. Yes, you can build them up like encouraging them and, telling them, yeah, baby, go ahead and reach your dreams and fulfill this and fulfill that. But building them up to reach your stuff and to help you, no, I said, girl, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit. So we get a little information about Candace and her little boo thing, Chris. He's a little white boy and he kind of country, and he seemed like he probably like the hood white boy a little bit, like he can get down with us, you know what I'm saying? He probably know the cha-cha slide, the electric slide, and do the wop, okay? He probably know how to do the stanky leg a little bit and make it look right, okay? He probably know how to do a Dougie or two. I was listening to him, I'm saying, oh, okay. All right. Candy said basically the way that they got together is they both worked at the same restaurant. She was like a hostess or some shit, and he was like the manager or something like that. And they just clicked. They got together. He was flirting with her. She accepted it. He proposed to her in front of his family, her family. And it's a little different. It's not what she thought she would end up with because he's been divorced and he has 3 kids by 2 different baby mamas. I said, yeah, he knows some black people in his life. Probably knows some Latin people too. Let me stop. Let me stop with these stereotypes. Somebody say, now shut the fuck up, okay? Because it's one in all the time. But, we was talking about that and it was cool. So everybody getting ready to go to this whole press conference, as Karen want to call it, and she getting ready. She got this dude Mark, who's part of her management team. They got this restaurant room in the back excuse me, blocked off, and she putting peanuts on a thing, and she was like, she called them hyenas or heifers or animals or some shit, and I didn't appreciate the way that she talked about them like that. But when you have to call somebody and downgrade them to the point of comparing them to an animal, like, no, I don't like that. And I know we say bitches and all that. That's a female dog. That's one thing, okay. That's what's acceptable and to some, but to say like they savage, because that's how it came off, like, they ain't got no home training and shit like that. I didn't like that. And Ashley shows up. She, gives Mark a hug, get Karen a hug. Everything's all cool. Monique shows up. Everything's all cool. Bitch, Robin and Giselle was getting ready at the house together. Giselle said, bitch, I was going to give you this t-shirt to put on but you looking a little bit too jazzy for it. And look on the t-shirt, it says hashtag God bless the Hugers. Then on the back, it says hashtag free Uncle Ben, hashtag tax reform. And I was like, girl, like, she just, bitch, when I say petty as fuck, this is not going to go any type of way that Karen thought it was going to go. Mind you, Karen is sitting there with printouts of tweets that everybody said about her and all this shit. And I'm like, if I got to go through this just so we can be cool, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. You ain't finna do no shit like that to me. I said what I said. You saw what I saw. And it is what it is, okay? You can take it or leave it. So Karen sits there and she goes down the list and gives all the girls the different tweets that they did, pointing out the tweets that Giselle did. Why would you say this? We known each other the longest. I would never say nothing like this about you and woo woo woo. And it was just stupid. The whole thing is stupid. I get that you feel a little hurt that, the girls was talking about you or whatever the fuck. Okay. But to put it on Front Street like you really doing something, you just making yourself look stupid. And you're inviting more questions about your life that you don't want to answer. Because they flipped that shit on your ass and got it off of them and was asking you more questions about, so how is it that you didn't know? What is it that you doing? If this a joint thing, husband and wife. And she said no, she's not the one that's getting in trouble with anything because she has a personal account, okay, her own separate account. She was divorced before, and learned from that divorce, she learned that to be independent, okay, and you can be independent within a marriage, and that is true. And I don't know if they looking at her crazy because she said she don't have a joint account with her husband. I don't understand that, all right. But when Giselle said how she got a personal account when she don't do nothing. She don't work, so where's she getting her money from? Bitch, I was like, you gotta ask Karen that. Maybe he giving her allowance. Who knows? Okay. But it was just irritating because they was just making her look stupid by asking all the questions or whatever. And then, she answered them. You finally answered the questions that you could have been answered, but I get it. You was going through it fresh and you don't want nobody all up in your business. But once again, it's all up in the news already. So everybody and their mama that don't even know you is in your business, okay? And they were trying to ask you questions, but you weren't answering. Now you want to answer them, and now you want to put them on blast. And it's like, girl, calm the fuck down. Quit being so fucking dramatic. And you talking about this Mark dude for 12 years, and ain't nobody never heard of him. And why is he there? He's just there to do your, whatever it is that you asked him to do. And then at this point, when she get through explaining everything, she said, and this is the last time I'm going to talk about it. Ashley said, well, I just got one more question. So that means, are you being indicted too, or what? And she said, no, I'm not being indicted. So does that mean, with Michael putting his dingling all over Instagram, is he being indicted? Now see, Karen, let me tell you, if you're gonna try to read a bitch, because I can understand how, because it's Ashley, that question could have came off like she was being, invasive or whatever, being dumb. I can get it. But to throw that what? She just asked a fucking question. I would have asked it too. But let me stop lying. No, I wouldn't. Because after she said what she said, I would just let it go. I don't know why Ashley asked that question, but why would you come back with that? She was like, come on. That didn't even fucking make sense, Karen. Like, come the fuck on, bitch. Learn to read a bitch, okay? You couldn't. And now that I look at it again, Ashley did ask a real ass question. Are you being indicted? You know, because they feel like she was hiding something, okay? But when you listen to Ashley asking it, it wasn't in a rude type of way. She was really asking the question because later on, one of them asked, so is Ray being indicted? And usually when you have these tax issues and everything like that, sometimes we hear that, you got to go to court and, tax evasion do sometimes come with jail time and they indict them on charges and all this stuff. So that's probably where she was coming from. And Ashley was like, I'm just saying it because of the simple fact that when I do my stuff with my husband, I sign things off of him and with him and all this stuff. So she just trying to understand. And Karen once again getting defensive, throwing Michael up in the mix about what he doing in London on grinding and all this shit. That is in no comparison and ain't even in the same fucking field of what's going on here. You cannot get mad that these women are asking questions at a conference that you called in and told them to stop talking about you when you called in for them to talk about you. Like, what the fuck? It don't make no sense. You contradicting yourself. It was dumb as hell. You cannot get upset when they asking questions, but yet you don't want to answer them. But yet you're the one that's bringing them in there to ask questions about your business. It's not making sense, okay? And like Monique said, we want to know what's going on so we can defend you, so we can know what to defend. Because first of all, I can be your friend all day, but if I don't know all the facts, I can't truly 100% defend you. And I don't want to end up looking stupid when it comes out that I was defending you and you was lying to me the whole time. And on the other hand, the girl's asking all these questions. At one point, I would have just been like, fuck it, let it go. It's her business. She ain't got to tell you shit. It ain't going to affect the way you eat, sleep, or shit. So let it the fuck go. If something happened to her, something happened to her, and she can't say that you wasn't there for her. Let it the fuck go and let her do her own damn thing. Karen pissed me off at this time, but, y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.